Again, Asari speaks, but take the message and not the messenger. Since Asari Dokubo declared himself the president or is it chairman of the de facto Biafra customary government, he has been receiving knocks upon knocks, especially from his own kinsmen. And when I say his kinsmen, I don't mean some of the new generational people, or I don't mean the youths of the Niger Delta, so to say, who are already into the mainstream of IPOB agitation. I mean those from the political class and the elders, so to say, who have been giving Asari knocks, trying to, in their usual manner, pushing their divide and rule strategy, thereby discouraging the rest of the indigenous populace within the region, not even not to believe in Asari, but to dissociate themselves from anything that has to do with Biafra. Yes, I'm not a fan of Asari, and I never supported him in that, because we all know we have only but one leader in the person of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But then, why I brought this video is for you to know that the reason why Asari came up with this very second video is for him to clear the air, to teach his own people, especially those who are not in support of what he's doing, or him supporting, talking about Biafra, because those of the Niger Delta extractions, their leaders and some of the political elders like Wike and some of their Pandef members. Like one of the leading newspapers, was it Punch or Nations newspaper, reported that Goodluck's kinsmen told Asari to dissociate Niger Delta from the Biafra. He's talking about that the Niger Delta is not part of Biafra. So that is why Asari had to come up with this very video to teach his people what they don't know, or perhaps what they know but claiming not to know it, or kind of trying to deceive other people by denying what they already know about. So my main reason of posting this very video is not for anybody to begin to take us very serious. Of course, a traitor will always remain a traitor, a saboteur will always remain a saboteur, a sycophant will always remain a sycophant, and above all, a greedy man will always remain a greedy man. And that person who has jettisoned every sense of sincerity, every sense of transparency, every sense of integrity in the pursuit of that which is good when it comes to the Biafra actualization or agitation, can never all of a sudden begin to do that which is good. In the person of Asari, he has proven to be one of the topmost traitors in Biafra region. And why I posted this is for the message and not the messenger to go around among his own people who are always deceiving themselves that they are not part of Biafra. For them to see that even as a traitor as Asari is, he knows the truth. If you go through what Asari said here, everything he said, most of what he said are actually true. Of course, everybody knows the truth. Even their politicians, the top politicians from Niger Delta, so to say, they know the truth when it comes to Biafra. Even the name Biafra originated with the Jaw elders, because they seem to have a better knowledge of who we are before the war. So they met together and found out that, yes, this is what used to be our name. And they gave it to an elder within their midst then, Francis Obigo. It was Obigo that handed it over to Ojukwu and reminded Ojukwu, yes, this is what he just said, and this is what our name used to be. Unlike what you normally hear from some of them today, trying to ebolize the agitation for Biafra, if there's anything like that. So Asari per se is just like a devil. The devil knows the scripture, the devil knows the truths, but he does not want to serve God, and he doesn't want to serve the people of God in truth, in sincerity, and with integrity. It does not matter the amount of truth that Asari seems to be speaking. The fact remains that he's a traitor. That's why I told you earlier, just take his message and don't take him, the messenger, serious. So basically everything he said here is true. And I want them, especially the people of the Niger Delta Strategy, coastal Biafra region, the ones that are still dilly-dallying and contemplating whether to come on board or whether to believe or follow the course of Biafra or not, for them to know that even as traitorous, deceptive, and unstable as Asari is, he knows the truth. So you that will be watching this video, I want you to take the message serious and not the messenger. And that is my main purpose of posting this very video. Please do well to subscribe to our channel if you have not done that. And great thanks to all of you for watching and supporting this very channel. Thank you. God bless you.
Fellow Biafrans, my address today will be directed specifically to my people, the Kalawari people, the Jaw people, and maternal home, the Kwere people. I want to state facts and separate the facts from falsehood. Nigeria had 3 regions before 1960, when the British granted us the flag independence. As an independent state. In 1963, Nigeria became a republic. Later, Midwestern region was created, making it 4 regions. Now, those people who are telling us, the Kalawari people, the Jaw people, the Kwere people, that they are not Biafrans, they are not from Eastern region. Was there an Eastern region from 1960 to 1967 at independence? We're not talking of pre-independent time. We're now talking of independent Nigeria, 1960 to 1967. In 1960, series of events took place that led to meetings in Aburi, meeting in Addis Ababa, and several other meetings from 1966. 1967, after due consultation with the people of the Eastern region and looking at several other names, amongst which was Biafra, suggested by Francis Opigo, and a Jaw man, who later became the administrator of Yenigua province, and later in life became the traditional ruler of its clan. Biafra were chosen. His Majesty King Frederick Tom Princely was co-chairman of the Eastern Leaders Consultative Assembly that gave birth to Biafra. So, His Majesty the Amana of Calabar Kenyanawa was co-chairman. Frederick Tom Princely, the man who suggested the name Biafra, and it was taken with an overwhelming resolution, was Francis Opigo, and a Jaw man. On the 29th of May, at the Declaration of Independence of the State of Biafra, it was Cardinal Rex Jemulaso and his band that played the Biafra national anthem for the first time. And a Jaw man, a Kalawari man from Buguma. You will hear more of his music in this program. Elogizing Biafra. Now I ask the question, we are not Biafra. So what were you? Where did you come from? An Okrika man, N.S. Dokubo, was the administrator of Tegema province. Mr. Mawala Guba, later Commissioner River State, later Minister, was the administrator of Port Harcourt province. Silvanus Kuki, and a young man from Opobo, was administrator of Opobo province. Air Marshal Bruce, brother to Ben Bruce and others, was the chief of air staff for Biafra. There are several people like that. So bring your facts. Contradict the facts I put before you. They were not Biafrans. Was Tejema not part of the Eastern region that declared Biafra in 1967? Was Opobo not part of the Biafra independence in 1967? Was Opobo not part of? Was Yenegua not part of? Was Port Harcourt not part of? These were the provinces and administrative units in which Biafrans, the Ijaw Biafrans, Kalawari Biafrans were found. Ikwere Biafrans were found. Now let us go on. They said during the war, Bakana was evacuated. So also Iyala was evacuated. So also Oka was evacuated. So also Umuoya was evacuated. Several other communities in Igbo land were evacuated. This is a military strategy from ancient time. During the First World War, what did the Soviets do in order to render German occupation useless? Anytime they are not able to defend, they burn it down, evacuate all the people, and go on a mass exodus. It happened in France. It happened in Italy. Instead of giving comfort to women, it happened in Korea. It happened in China during the World War. Not to give comfort to the invading and occupying troops, so that they will not have houses, they will not have women to warm their bed. It's a war policy. And if today there is so again, it will be applied. It was not intentional. More Igbo communities were evacuated than any other place. Because before the enemy come in, if you can no longer defend, it's to move the civilian population, so there will be nobody there to provide food for them, to cook for them, to sleep with them, the women, to comfort them in bed. That is a war strategy applied all over the world. It was not limited to Aponima, it was not limited to Bakana. Sad as it is, it was not limited. They said people were killed who were called saboteurs. Ifa Juna, Banjo were executed as saboteurs. The people who planned the 1966 coup that spiraled to this war, they were killed by Ojukwu as saboteurs. Ifa Juna is an Igbo man. There are several of them that were killed as saboteurs. So the issue of people being killed as saboteurs was not limited to only our people. Even in Nigeria, people were court-martialed and killed. Our Isaac Goro was murdered by the Nigerian troops at Okrika before the end of the war. They killed him. It was not Biafran that killed him. So this issue of our not being Biafra, because of this we are not Biafra, Igbos will overrun us. Igbo did not overrun anybody. It is the number of people that joined the Biafran army, volunteered to join the Biafran army. The Biafran army was a voluntary war. My father also served in it. My father served in it as a medic. It's volunteer. So if the greatest number of people who served in the army were Igbos, then there's nothing we can do about it, because you did not serve, because you are cowardly, because you are hiding under your mother's bed. It's as simple as that. And that's enough. People say when you call Biafra, people say Biafra is Igbo. How can Biafra be Igbo? The bite of Biafra, is it in inland? The bite of Biafra is at the coast. It starts from River Non to Gabon. Half of Ijaw territory falls under the bite of Biafra. There is no Igbo community on the coast. So how can Biafra be Igbo? So when I see Wike and others talking, I just say, this is ignorant of the highest order. They are not at the core. I don't want to go to any other historical explanation of the origin of Biafra. Simple. The bite of Biafra had no association with Igbo. It has no association with Igbo. The bite of Biafra is an exclusively Ijaw territory in Nigeria. Now, the people that are opposed to Biafra more among Ijaw people, that are shouting on top of their roof, we are not Biafra, we are not Biafra. They are from the western zone of the Ijaw nation. Curiously, you've not seen. Look at this map very well. This is the Yoruba country called Oduduwa. The Yoruba country being produced. Look at it very well. This is the Yoruba country. Up to Sagama, this is Warri. Baramaki, Isaba, Diabili, Arugo, Egbemu, Olodiama, Apoy. Look at it. They are all inside Odua. Oduduwa is a Yoruba name. Oduduwa is the ancestor of Yoruba people, the progenitor of Yoruba people. That is what they call their country. Oduduwa Republic. You are inside it and you are not talking. They've never talked. So who are they deceiving? I only saw one watchy press released by my younger brother in Komare. Look at it. But there are the people shouting, we are not Biafra. What pranks are you playing? You want us to be floating while you follow Yoruba people, enter under their name, submerge under them. Forget about your journalism like you normally do. And start speaking Yoruba. Start becoming Yoruba people. So that you be with Lagos. So that we will still continue suffering under the shackles of the occupation, Futajelon, Gambaris, you lie. It's not going to be possible. Having said that, I want to come to my Kalawari people. Ikule le kolam, in time when I was trying to buy in game I tried. In River State, you have become footmarks. They clean their leg like pram before they enter anywhere. Kalawari is footmarks. You have a province in Biafra. And then, no, we don't want. The people that don't have anything are only like Mumu, Oburapo, Abantu. You continue. 1966 and today. Let us compare. Where is the Kalawari? The Kalawari man of 1966 and the Kalawari man of today. Let us compare them. The Kalawari man is nowhere. The last have become first. We that are first have become last. Biafra, and they were only all. Biafra Branga Boro Iye Boso. Don't I didn't tell you? I have never in my life done anything that will not bring out Kalabari on top. That will not bring out the job on top. I was president of the Ijaw Council. Go and assess the time I was president and compare it to other presidents. I'm not going to beat my chest. History had always vindicated me. history had always indicated me. I am telling us, this is our only hope. Nigeria is grinding to a halt. Where is our fallback position? Where are you going to fall back? It's not because I was chosen overwhelmingly by the leadership of the Igbo people, which is therefore deputy of Nnamdi Kanu. Emeka Emekesiri, lawyer of indigenous people of Biafra Elders Customary Council. Omiomio, Uche Asiebu, and several other Igbos across the globe, all over the world, have been meeting for months. I only attended their meeting once. Myself and one other Ijoma, Iju Lawson, were the only Ijo people. I don't know people from other nationality that were in that meeting. But they all attended this meeting, looked at me, and chose me overwhelmingly. Our elder brother, Rafo Azuke, nominated me, and everybody supported. Uche Mefo, deputy of IPOB, can serve as spokesman for a government led by your son, and you are there ready. The question I asked, when Nimbe people came to Sangama and Soku, I am not from Sangama, I am not from Soku. Ask the people, where are you? How was Sangama and others resettled? Where were you? You love Kalabari. You are Kalabari Unity Forum. You are Kalabari blah 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 blah. Where were you? You are Kalabari is only in the internet. When Okuluba people came to Cotton Channel, where were you? Today, Cotton Channel, they're going to sell it. They are going to sell Cotton Channel to people who have no Okrika, have nothing to do at Cotton Channel. They're giving Okrika crosser so that they will share money and chop. Elama is totally finished. Not all the houses are dilapidated. Everything is finished. Elam Karawan is now a concrete farm. When village people came, where were you? When I take an answer on that scale, where were you? People came, they killed the Burma people, threw them inside the water with their vehicles and everything. Till today, you cannot talk. You are writing. I'm an avoiding Biafra and this. Who is the Asari? After a mockery. There's nobody who has defended Kalabari as I have done with my life. I'm not a poor man child. My father is just man for good. I have struggled on my own. I have struggled on my own and made several Kalabari people billionaires with my effort. Go to anywhere, whether you will see my name, where I collected a dime from anybody. They gave me 65,000. There are some people that have 12,000 names in Amazon collecting money. 10,000 collecting money. 10,000 is 665 million a month. If I am collecting such money and I give the boys 200 million and I pocket 465 million, will I be crying on money? But I did not. I am an amateur. I am not a criminal, I am not a thief. None of my children had gone to Amnesty give scholarship. No. If you come, I can fight for you, I have the chance, I can tell people I help this person. But my own child, my children are in the school. Name one place, whether it is Scottish China, whether it's Sokufi, whether it is Ekulamavi, whether it is Belemavi, whether it is Obokili, whether it is either. Go where I am making money. Before Belema came, my younger brother, I did not go there. I did not make money from all these places. It's of right as a Kalawari man, and where I fought in China to make money. What we do? There's so much money in the world to make than me to come and settle here, to come and be looking for small money with other people. There's mega money to make outside, and that's where I operate. That's the question. Go to Soku, whether I'm a chief. Whether I consign myself with the money they make. Go to Asari Dokubo and ask whether I make money from Asari Dokubo and Degema. Go and ask Wike whether I make money from River State, whether he has given me one contract. Even the contract that I submitted the QF for the school in my place, did Wike give me? It is my right to have a contract in River State. Every right Wike has in River State, or any other person has in River State. That's what I have. Go and ask whether he has given me contract before. Wike was talking, I take contract from federal government because they don't know where my money is coming from. I become a premier for Osole. I become a premier because they don't know I survive. 24 hours life supply, beautiful house, beautiful cars, beautiful children, beautiful wives. So they are surprised. Where does this man get his money? I work hard to make my money. So if you have anywhere that I'm making money, please profile, not newspaper, go and bring the evidence. That's why no crime agency can pursue me, because I am clean. People will run their mouth and they come and apologize to me. Nnamdi Kanu said 10 million, hey, 20 million I took from him. He was in prison, he said he gave me 20. Where is the evidence of the money you gave me? Today I have been vindicated. Asebu is with me. Mefo is with me. Now I ask this question. What is their contribution to Calabar? Every Calabar government, and Cruiser, will you come out? You will not come. You will run away. You give one excuse. No, they are not serious. I am not that type of Calabar man. I am Calabar man that Soba Bere Sebiya and I will stand in front. I always do. Because I'm the most powerful. But I'm saying that mark is wrong on Banana. The Akroma will make someone fight and a fight. I want to ask you this question. What is the idea for moving forward? What is the idea for Kalabari regaining our lost grounds? What is the idea for Kalabari going back to yesterday and surmounting the difficulties of today? You have no idea. And how has it impacted on the life of Kalabari? Go and ask in Pakalong John. There is God. I am here and there are witnesses. Go and ask Ben Brico. There is God and I am here and there are witnesses. Go and ask Ojukaye. There is God and I am here and there are witnesses. Go and ask George Kelly. There is God, I am here, there are witnesses. Go and ask Arology. There is God, I am here and there are witnesses. I have created billionaires, people far richer than me. I did it not for any other thing. I did it because I want to strengthen Canada. I hope that these fellows will also use The energy are using in making them what they are, in contributing to making them what they are, to contribute in making other Kalabari people what those people want to become. Being a Kalabari man without making sacrifices is useless. In Kalabari, we have made enemies for ourselves and we have enemies. There is no denying of these facts, and they will come. We must rise up, stand up, and free ourselves. Our only hope, the only way forward, the only light at the end of a dark tunnel is Biafra. Let us embrace Biafra now.
Thank you, Asari, for making our work very easy, especially to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. By calling upon your people to rise up and support the cause of Biafra. Thank you for watching, and make sure you subscribe.